Hello and welcome back to another lockdown in Lincoln video. Yes, we're still making these lockdown in Lincoln videos. We're still under lockdown here in Lincolnshire, well, in the whole of the United Kingdom in fact. But today's video is going to be slightly different to the normal walks up through the Lincoln High Street and around there. Today I've actually been invited to have the coronavirus vaccine. So yes, today is the day when I get my my injection. And yes, I know I've read all the conspiracy theories about it'll give you two heads, or it'll make your arms drop off, or make you infertile, or anything like that. But come on, let's be realistic here, you know. Can we spend the rest of our lives being in lockdown, working from home, doing nothing for the rest of our lives? Is that how it's going to be? But you know, I say let's all have this vaccine. Let's all see what happens. We just can't carry on having thousands and thousands of deaths every day. There must be some way that we can get back to some kind of normality. You can't wander around with a mask on for the rest of your life, you know what I mean? So let's try something here. Let's you know, all the scientists, they seem to believe that these vaccines that they've developed, something like 90% or whatever effective, 80% effective. So yeah, so that's what I'm going to do today. I'm not sure if they're going to allow me to film inside the surgeries, but it's and actually it's a doctor's surgery that I've never been to before. It's not my own doctor, although my own doctor did contact me and say, and he said to me, you know, do you want to, would you like to have the vaccine now? It's your turn. And I said, yes please. Then he sends me to a completely different surgery. And not only that, I've actually got a letter here from the NHS. I don't know if you can see that. NHS letter. Which also invites me to have this vaccine. Because they're trying to get everyone in the whole world to be inoculated against this deadly coronavirus. And really, let's hope that it works. So we can get to some kind of normality, because the way it's going now, you know, all the shops will close down, all the pubs and all the restaurants will close. You won't have any anymore. Yes, I know they're all closed at the moment while we're in lockdown, but they've still got their bills to pay, they've still got their rent to pay, and the longer these places stay closed, the bigger their bills are going to be. Already there's been several businesses along Lincoln High Street that have stated that they won't be opening, that's it, they're going to have to call it a day. We've heard rumours that once the government stopped the furlough scheme, where the government are paying 80% of people's wages while they're off work, you know, because they work in places that aren't allowed to open. But yes, when the furlough scheme ends, many companies have said they doubt whether they'll be able to open as well. So all those people will be laid off. And the way it's going, it looks like there'll be thousands and thousands of people will be out of work. So I mean, we have to try something, we really do, to try and get back into some kind of normality. So I'm not frightened of having my injection. I'm quite looking forward to it, really. Because like I said, you know, we have to have some kind of hope. We do. We have to have hope. Brilliant, it started to rain as well, which this is how it is in this country. One minute it's the sun shining, the next minute it's pouring down with rain. So like I said, I'm not sure if they're going to allow me to film inside their surgery, but I shall definitely ask. Maybe I can just stick a camera in a corner and just so I can video them inoculating me, you know. But we shall see. But we are supposed to come out of full lockdown here in England in June time, I think it is. In June, when they're going to allow everything to go back to normal, because they're hoping that they can inoculate as many people as possible, and then hopefully things will return. But I don't know. I think one of the strange things is at the minute is that they say we're going to come out of lockdown slowly. First off, all the children, all the students are going back to schools and colleges and universities, and then over the coming weeks you'll be able to meet 1 or 2 or 6 people or whatever, start meeting up with people again, and then the non-essential shops will open up again. That's the shoe shops and clothes shops, toy shops, electronic shops, all that sort of thing will open up again. And then all those people who have been working from home can go back to work, and things will get back to normal, and all the pubs and restaurants and all that will open back up again. But it's going to take 2 or 3 months now for that to happen. But in the meantime, of course, we're all going to have these injections, and hopefully we can get the death rate down. Now, since they've announced that these things are going to happen over the next 2 or 3 months, people have been booking holidays. Can you believe that? People have been booking holidays abroad. I mean, why would you want to do that? You know, you're going to go into countries that haven't been inoculated. Or surely you're going to go there, catch it and bring it back. I don't know. I do know one thing though, since this started, what, a year ago, I haven't seen any of my family or any of my friends. I've kept myself to myself, you know. But that's the way that it's supposed to have been. You know, you've got to reduce the transmission of this virus. And yes, I know I've been to the supermarket by myself, of course, but then I've got to live. I've got to have my food, my basic provisions. And I've also been into the city of Lincoln 2 or 3 times now, but that's to get my medication. And again, I've been by myself. But I've got a neighbour who has continued living their lives as they normally do. They've had birthday parties and they had a Christmas party and all sorts, and they've seen their family and friends every day. But I do know there's lots of people like me who haven't seen their family and friends for over a year now. So I'm really hoping that we can get this virus under some kind of control, and we can all start seeing our family and our friends again, and maybe book holidays when it really is safe to do so, when the whole of the world has been inoculated, when all the transmission rates have gone down and all the deaths and all that. But until then, it's just a waiting game. So anyway, like I said, we're just going to drive up to this this surgery, which I've never been to before. These vaccination centres, as they're calling them, located all over the city. There's even one up at Lincolnshire Showground, but that's quite some way away from me. But my normal surgery, which I've just driven past, they're not doing the vaccinations. I've got to come up here. But as long as I can get it, that's all I'm worried about. And of course you have to have two of them, 6 to 12 weeks apart, I think it is, something like that. So hopefully when I've had this one, I can book again to come back to have my second dose. Okay, so here we are now at this doctor's surgery, which has been turned into a vaccination centre. Like I was saying, it's a bit of a different video today. It's not the usual lockdown in Lincoln, where we have a wander along the high street looking at all the closed shops and all the lack of people that's about. I've decided to knock that on the head for a while because of the police presence on the high street at the moment. If you're caught wandering around without a good excuse, it's a £200 fine. But luckily enough, whenever I do go into town, I have to go and get a prescription for medication, so I'm all right. It's like being here today. I'm actually booked into this vaccination centre, so again, I can get away with being out and about, but otherwise, we're only really allowed to come out for our basic essentials or for exercise at this moment in time. So anyway, let's get into this vaccination centre and see if they'll let us film in there. Right, let's go. Yeah, that's fine.
There we are. So the arm will ache for a day or two afterwards, that's normal.
Yes.
May get some redness and swelling at the site as well, and that's normal too. And if you do feel under the weather, like you're coming down with a cold, just rest, fluids, paracetamol, okay? We're all done.
That's brilliant, thank you very much.
That's a little bit daunting.
Just going to get a plaster for you. Here's one.
Vaccinated, please. Oh. Vaccinated, please. Number 9.
So it's just bled slightly, that's normal. So you might just find that you have a little bruise there.
Okay.
Okay, we're all done.
All right, thank you. Well, here I am now in what they call the waiting room. Because I'm driving, I've got to sit here for 15 minutes just in case I get an adverse reaction to the vaccine. Now these little purple egg timers you can see near me, that's mine there. Apparently they last for 15 minutes and once all the purple sand has gone through, then I'm allowed home. Now that was a very, very painless vaccination that I never felt a thing. Now I hope that this video hasn't put anybody off from coming for a vaccination. But, you know, we've got to try something so we can get back to some kind of normality, so we can get rid of the mask, open the shops back up again, and the pubs and the restaurants and the cinemas and the theatres and everything else, and go back to living those lives that we had before this coronavirus outbreak. Right, so there you are. I've had my first Covid-19 vaccine. Another 3 months and then I shall come back here for my second dose. Have you had yours yet? Let us know in the comments below. Right then, all you people out there in YouTube land, you look after yourselves and take care and stay safe. Right, I shall see you all soon in the next video.